Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and today we're going to talk about the all-new 2 Series that's going to come out in model year 2022. So watch this video all the way through to learn the changes between this 2 Series and the previous one, the horsepower, the pricing, and when this car will be released. And if you remember, my channel started with my purchase of my 2016 BMW M2 back in 2016. All right, so let's go. Remember, if you like what you see on the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, hit the notification bell. Like and share this video so our channel can grow. And as always, leave a positive comment below. So I'm really excited about the 2 Series. The best part of this 2 Series, before we get into the specs, it has normal kidney grills. And that's what we can only hope for. So if you don't like the looks of the new M3, M4, you'll be very happy with this new 2 Series, and I think this car is really going to fly off the shelves. Remember to comment below on your thoughts on this 2 Series. So this is the second generation 2 Series. This is replacing the first generation that I owned. There'll be another M2 with this version of the 2 Series, an M2 Comp, a CS, and maybe even a CSL. So stay tuned for all that. So there's going to be 2 versions available at launch, and I'll get into when the launch will be in a second. And that'll be a 255 horsepower 230i and a 382 horsepower M240i xDrive. They're going to have a rear drive version, the 230i, and an all-wheel drive version, the M240i xDrive. Those are going to ride first. Then they're going to kind of flip-flop, because then the second 2 that will be released will be the 230i xDrive, means all-wheel drive, and an M240i, which will be rear drive. So essentially, the first 4 models of the new 2 Series will be a 230i 2-door, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, or a 382 horsepower M240i xDrive, or rear drive version of that M240i. All right, so let's get into pricing. Starting price, base price for the 230i Coupe, $36,350. I'm going to assume probably another $2,000 or so for all-wheel drive. As soon as we know the exact price on that, I'll release it. And then the other model that's debuting is going to be the M240i xDrive Coupe, which we said will be all-wheel drive, and that is $48,550. So I would assume if you want a rear drive M240, probably about $2,000 less, but when we know, we'll let you know for sure. In addition to both of those prices that I just gave you, there'll be $995 for destination. So when is this available? When can you buy one? Well, it'll be launched in November of this year, so November of 2021. That's great news. So again, I think the best thing of this is definitely the grills. It's a sharp looking car. So it looks a little different than the previous 2 Series. So let's go over what is different. So regarding the 230i Coupe, the rear drive model is 4.3 inches longer, 2.6 inches wider, 1 inch lower, and has a 2-inch lower wheelbase than the first generation 230. Now regarding the M240i xDrive, that model is 3.5 inches longer, again 2.6 inches wider, only 0.1 inch lower, and has the same 2-inch longer wheelbase than the M240i xDrive Coupe that it replaces. Now the front and rear tracks are increased significantly, 2.8 inches up front, 1.9 inches at the rear on the 230 rear drive, 2.5 inches in the front, 2.4 inches in the rear for the M240 xDrive all-wheel drive. So of course this will give you improved cornering and a more aggressive appearance. Adaptive LED lights are optional with the premium package, and they will respond to steering angle, and their cornering light function can also look ahead. And how it looks ahead, it actually uses data from the navigation system. So it'll illuminate the road as effectively as possible. Now, how can you identify these LED lights? They will have gold-colored accent trim and light guides for daytime driving lights and turn indicators. Adaptive LED headlights will also be available with darkened inlays as part of the Shadow Line package. We'll go over the engine sizes in a minute. The M240i xDrive Coupe is actually going to have a 6-cylinder. How can you identify that from the 230? Well, it's going to have a more aggressive bumper design with a black front spoiler. You're going to have M-specific exterior mirror caps, exhaust tips, and of course, model badges. Now there will be an M Sport package, just like the 330 we just reviewed had an optional M Sport package. So that'll be available for the base model, the 230i, and that'll give you a more aggressively styled front bumper with larger air intakes, an M high gloss shadow line exterior trim, plus side skirts, plus a high gloss black window trim in the lower section of the rear bumper. Now the M Sport brakes will be mounted on 19-inch M Light alloy wheels. Let's get into performance. So the 230i is going to have a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's going to produce 255 horsepower from 5,000 to 6,500 RPMs. Have 295 foot-pounds of torque available as early as 1550 RPMs. So you can have a lot of torque down low. 7 horsepower higher and 37 foot-pounds of torque over the previous model. The rear drive 230 will accelerate 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds and have a top speed of either 130 or 155 miles an hour, depending on the specification. The M240i xDrive will have that 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo engine producing 382 horsepower from 5,800 RPM to 6,500 RPM, 369 foot-pounds of torque, starting as low as 1,800 RPM. That's an increase of 47 horsepower and 1 foot-pound of torque over the previous model. The all-wheel drive version will accelerate from 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds, and again will have the same top speed of 130 or 155 depending on specification. All right, so let me know what you think of this new 2 Series, and we'll have a lot of videos coming. Be sure to comment below, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Baby,